Well, we're inside the locker room at the Ice Oasis skating rink in Redwood City, California.
Right.
Guy Kawasaki, noted entrepreneur, author, lecturer, business legend.
Everything but a hockey player.
Everything but hockey. But you're surrounded by hockey stuff.
I know, it stinks, yeah. I happen to love hockey when I'm not in the box.
When you're not?
Although I'm in the penalty box a lot, come to think of it.
So actually, you're when you're out of the box, you're in the box.
I'm in the box, yeah. I'm always in the box.
All right, before we talk about hockey, because you're gonna kind of lead us around your hockey world here. What do you do when you wake up in the morning? What's your major role in life?
The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I check traffic from the day before on my website.
On your website.
Troomers.
Troomers.
Because I want to see what traffic is like. The second thing I do is check my email to see if there's any emergencies. And the third thing I do is take my kids to school. So
that's life outside the box.
That's my morning, yes.
But you're working this business. And when we tried to say, hey, let's get together and let us know what you do when you're not working all the time, you said, I don't have a life beyond that. I'm working all the time. I'm on airplanes all the time.
Well, that is true. When I'm not traveling, I spend most of my time with my family. And when I'm not with my family, I'm playing hockey. And sometimes I play hockey with my family, so it's a twofer.
Because it was your daughter. You said your 14-year-old daughter got you to play
No,
hockey?
I have two older sons, 12 and 14, and they both play hockey.
There you go. So you have to play hockey to stay up with those guys more than anything else.
Well, it's a funny story. When my kids took up hockey, my wife gave me this big lecture that says, I don't want you to be like the typical Silicon Valley father. I don't want you just, sort of being on the sidelines or watching, looking at your BlackBerry on the cell phone. I really want you involved in our kids' lives. I said, okay. So she said, why don't you see if you can play hockey with them and coach? So, okay. So, at the time I was 48 years old. I'm from Honolulu. Never stepped on the ice.
So not exactly the hockey capital.
No. I've had shaved ice in my life, but never really walked on ice.
Actually, because we have some Matsumoto shaved ice on our website. So
Right. So the closest I've been to a Zamboni was Matsumoto, shaved ice in Haleiwa, Hawaii. So I get on the ice for the first time, never skated in my life at 48 years old, and it was a religious experience. From the moment I stepped on the ice, I said, this is it. I had played football and soccer in high school, and I became an avid basketball player. Not good at any of this, incidentally, but I just loved playing those sports. And I started playing hockey, and I noticed that it has the sort of teamwork and constant motion of basketball. Not like football where you go for 3 seconds and then you rest for 30 seconds, right? So there's constant motion of basketball. I hope you got that. And so there's the contact of football. There's the pace of basketball. It's also very mathematical in the sense of trigonometry, of angles and things like that. Now, compared to some of these sports, though, when the ball goes out of bounds, everything stops, right? And in hockey, the puck very seldom goes out of bounds.
It's always in motion.
It's always in motion. And as a parent, I truly love hockey because unlike other sports where you have to worry about the weather and all this kind of stuff, with hockey, if you have a 4 o'clock game, it will start at 4 and it will end at 5. That's just the way hockey is.
Just the way it is.
Right. So no weather. Also, the other parents on the team cannot really interact with their kids. Right? So in soccer, these parents are going crazy on the sidelines. In basketball, baseball, football, all that.
On the ice, these kids are moving too fast.
They're moving too fast, and they're behind glass, and you're upstairs. They can't hear you. There's no sense yelling. Can't rip the ref. Nothing. And so you can, it's a good existence. Scheduled.
So you get out there, and there's a huge amount of freedom in that universe. I mean, you're playing on a team. You got to work the whole team thing. But
well, the other beautiful thing about hockey is, if you're the 7th or 8th player on a basketball team, or the 13th or 14th player on a football team, you suck, right? You don't play. There's the 6th man in basketball. You ever hear of the 8th man in basketball? How about the 10th?
That was me.
Right. How about the 15th man in basketball?
That guy too.
Right. But in hockey, 15 people play, right? And also compared to football, if you're a lineman, you touch the ball maybe once a season. Somebody fumbles, you make an interception, something like that. Once a season, right? In hockey, everybody touches the puck. So it's just a very beautiful sport. It really is.
And when you're out there with these people, I mean, when you're out there playing and we're watching you out there playing, who are the kind of the cast of characters around you? Where are they coming
Well,
from
I'll
in
tell you
real
what,
life?
it's not venture capitalists, it's not CEOs, although there are some venture capitalists and CEOs who play here. But there are, painters and electricians and students, and they don't give a crap who I am. They don't even know who I am. Frankly, I don't want them to know who I am. So life is good. There's no expectations. It's not like if you're a venture capitalist, you have to join the swankiest country club and you have to pay the $250,000 and then you have to go play golf and then, well, golf is not a sport, right? I mean, right? You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you actually.
You know what I'm saying? Like any sport that you can play with plaid pants.
Miniature golf, I'm pretty good at.
Okay, yeah, if there were Happy Gilmore maybe, but golf is not a sport, right? So it's a way of killing time. So as opposed to a golf course where there's, the country club and the whole scene and it matters, what car you pull up in and all that crap. Hockey's beautiful, it's very egalitarian, right?
We're inside the
the bowels.
the bowels of Ice Oasis. This is not exactly this is not swank.
No, there's many things about hockey, but it is not swank. So.
This is real life.
I don't know if it's real life. Let's not get too far. Yeah, so that's why I like hockey.